we're going to call the meeting to order. This is the Newburytown Library Board of Trustees meeting, April 8th. We'll do attendance. And Alex is here.
Alexander Burke.
Okay. Richard Passeri, and Library Director.
Yeah, Haley Hart, Library Director.
Okay. And not present, but Melissa Ashburn and Patricia Olson. Okay. Hopefully the other will show up. And Melissa's not coming. Okay, we had the first item is the approval of minutes from our last meeting. Everybody have a chance to take a look at them?
We need to make one correction in the draft. Obviously, the month of the meeting
The month of the meeting, right.
wasn't May, but getting ahead of myself.
Yeah.
But otherwise, many
It looked
changes.
fine. It looked fine to me.
I didn't get it because I had my computer.
Do you want a copy?
Yes.
You got it?
Oh,
All right, take a
Look
look
at
at it.
that.
Take a look at it.
Abundance of riches.
All right. We'll go from there.
It's beautiful as always.
We have a copy of the report from back in March to give you, but there's references of it there. Sorry. Didn't.
looks good.
I motion approval of the minutes as corrected.
Seconded.
Okay.
And
We're all in agreement.
Great.
Okay. Director's report.
We got a lot.
All right.
So to start with, my report says that I believe our generator has been fully installed, but it has. It kicked on this morning. We're all very excited. It worked beautifully. Thank you to you guys for getting it through. Thank you to DPW for getting it set up and getting the bids out. And thank you to the people who installed it. It truly was seamless. Didn't notice it come on, didn't notice it come off. It was great. Well, I noticed when it was no longer on. We just had our carpets deep cleaned yesterday, so you'll notice they're fancy fresh. So that was done. Thank you to our janitorial service.
Here comes Pat.
Oh, great. I'll take a pause here.
Take a pause. Okay.
But yeah, the generator worked beautifully.
But it's right outside your window.
It is very loud, yes. That's, what it's going to be, but it
Okay.
works. It
Okay.
works, and I can't complain about that.
No, definitely. I mean, and the fact that it was seamless.
I know.
Yeah.
Wow.
Hello.
that's just wonderful.
Yeah.
You're just in time.
I drove by somebody driving the speed limit.
All right. We're just doing the director's report.
Yeah.
And we saw you coming, so we stopped.
I didn't take you very far anyway. Our generator is in. It worked. It worked today. We're very excited. Carpets got cleaned yesterday. Also very excited. So the town managers met on the 18th. We got some AED training and chatted about what's offered through MIIA, which gives off training for municipal staff and stuff like that. So that was just nice to see everybody. As a reminder, annual town meeting is on the 29th at Triton. I will be attending to answer any questions should they arise. There probably won't be, but I'll be there. So an executive order was signed on the 4th. Well, no, it was signed before that, but the Institute of Museum and Library Services has been impacted. They were all laid off. First, they were put on administrative leave, and then every federal member of it has been laid off. So MBLC, as of right now, gave us what is being affected. So there were the Explore grants that were awarded in February to 18 libraries have been cut. The Perkins accessibility training sessions have been cut. Training and continuing ed for all directors and staff and trustees has been cut. And then grant to the Department of Corrections has been cut. That's just the beginning. We don't know what else is going to be hit. Right now, that's the for sure happening.
That's a shame.
It's not a great thing for us to be going through right now. It does significantly mean that a lot of grant funding comes through IMLS. So we will most likely be seeing in the future more cuts to that, especially if they've already taken back ones that were awarded. So
we could assume they're not going to issue any new ones.
probably not, but that hasn't been said yet. So just kind of keep an eye out on that space. I put a link when I sent it out to you.
Mhm.
That's right now the most updated information. So we're just kind of holding on for hope for now. On a more fun note, Nikki's been working to upgrade all the children's nonfiction, really the whole children's collection, but the nonfiction she's been working very, very hard. So all of the country books have been updated, the sports, dinosaurs. She sent me a huge list of them. Basically, all of those books have been updated, which is really great because a lot of them had misinformation. So that's great. Will and Brady have begun spending time in local history. They're getting to know the collection. They're really excited. They have a ton of enthusiasm. They're going to start doing programs again once everyone's up on their feet. Probably not until we get our youth services position back, but they're excited. And at some point, I'll be sitting them down with you to see what else is happening in Newbury, see the museum, that kind of thing.
Oh, yeah.
But they're very excited. Programming is going great. You might have noticed on the doors we have signs for the Peaks Diorama Contest. It is all ages, there's different categories. They get a box with some supplies, some peeps. They can add to it, they can do more. So hopefully towards the end of the month we'll start seeing them come in and we'll get to post them and they'll be up on the library to look at. March we had some successful adult programs. The spring is on the way and some of the birds brought in 25 people. The estate planning lecture brought in 13. The native New England flora talk brought in 11. So we had some really good numbers for March. Children's also saw huge numbers, especially because of Elsa. We saw 70 people show up for that program. So we will be hosting other princesses and such. But we saw people we don't normally see in the library, so it was a big deal. Yeah. So programming's going great. Obviously our story times and sensory groups are still huge. In April, we've got Boston Lightkeeper, that's tomorrow. That presentation that got pushed back, delayed.
Right.
Visible Mending is on the 19th, and there's a local author talk from Diane Bradley. That I did, Braley, and I didn't put the date on here, so I will make sure to send that to you. Children's has Baby Signs and Baby Needs. We had that last week. It was a huge hit. So it was amazing to see a bunch of like actual babies, young babies, learning sign language and getting really into it. And it inspired Nikki to maybe add some sign language to her regular story time. So,
Wonderful.
yes, so we're very excited about that. Heart Joy Sensory with Lindsay is this week, and then we've got a big board games night for everybody and maybe cookies. So children's programs are fun this month. And also, Catherine and Nikki are both hosting Cutlass Collage bookmarks. So there's going to be a session for teens and then a session for adults, and that's going to be on the 15th. That's it. Oh, and this I added today, so it's not in the one that I sent you, but I just signed up for the Municipal ADA Improvement Grant webinar from the Mass Office of Disability. They have a grant that apparently is opening in May, and so this is kind of an info session, so I'm going to see if what we're
thinking about for the doors.
Yep, see if any of that gets covered by it.
Okay.
So we'll see. And that's, I didn't write down the date, at the end of the month. So it's the next staff meeting.
Okay.
I also have completed the emergency procedure binders. Those are both here. We'll talk about that in our next bit in the agenda. Budget and stuff is looking pretty good. You'll see databases is negative by a little bit. That gets covered by the deposits, and it's also, we just put in our last database renewal for the year. So we don't have anything till next year. Otherwise, we're going well. I'm working with Nikki. We're doing this big upgrade of the children's section right now. Obviously, that isn't cheap, so we're using a bit of her budget for children's and a bit of the different trusts and such that we have for
Okay,
children.
for children.
Because we already
Right.
have, we have so many that are children specific, so
Right.
this is the perfect opportunity to do that, so.
Excellent.
We're working through that. Statistics are looking great. Very, very happy, especially with programming. And even just having visitors, we had a lot of people in the building, so we're looking good.
Excellent.
Any questions on that part of it?
How well did you sleep
When,
with all that was going on?
oh, I haven't slept. Well, we're getting our kitchen renovated. I'm not sleeping
Oh.
right now. But, yeah, so we're making strides.
So from the budget standpoint, we're in line to make it through the year without any shortfall?
Oh, yeah,
Okay.
easy.
Plus, the Friends has a big plant sale that's coming up.
Yes, and the Friends also got us a grant, a very large grant that is going to go specifically to programming and museum passes. So those services will get even better.
And it's not through the,
Nope, it is a private grant. They did an amazing job. I am in awe of
And it
them.
was for how much?
10,000.
wow.
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah, so all of our programming is going to be covered by that. All of our museum passes will be covered by that. And then anything extra made can go towards the other, like continuing to do all these big things. So
That's good.
they're, best friends group I've ever worked with. They're incredible.
Yeah.
So,
Well, it's probably indicative of the fact that these cuts are taking place.
oh, yes. We're going to have to
We're going to have to be
get
looking at,
creative. Yeah.
be creative and start looking at more
Yeah.
grant funding, which probably everybody else will be doing too.
Absolutely, yeah. But if we,
So-
again, this is a more local community grant, so
Okay.
things like that I think are our way in.
Yeah.
So,
No, I think if we look at what's available locally
Yeah.
as opposed to these bigger.
It's going to be better
Yeah.
for us.
you know,
Yeah,
Okay.
so.
I wonder if it's like something you can put out, like in a news, I don't know, like,
So-
to get people thinking,
We,
you know?
all of Massachusetts libraries have been collaborating. We're working on basically one Canvas sheet, and it's getting a little crazy. But we're all kind of working on like a flyer to put out on just like, if you see service changes, this is why, this is what's happening. At the moment, like as of today, ALA is suing over IMLS and trying to get it reinstated. Obviously, we don't know what's happening, but our Attorney General joined that. So,
Is there a way to get, I mean, because there are people that live in this town that own businesses, it's a tax write-off, whatever, is there any way that we can get that list of like who owns businesses in town? Like it could be a plumbing business or whatever, you know?
so the Friends
And
do a
then-
lot of that for,
Do they?
like,
Okay.
especially for their raffles and stuff. They
Okay.
reach out to a lot of people there in local businesses to work with them, both on just in general, like, do you want to help sponsor? They've been talking about for like Harvest Fest, do you want to help sponsor Harvest Fest? And that, instead of just giving like something for the raffle, giving money towards creating Harvest Fest.
Mhm.
So they are exploring that option right now too. But yeah,
And when do the Friends meet again?
I didn't write it down, did I? They're meeting next Friday, not this one, but the Friday
following
after.
Friday, okay.
Yeah.
Good Friday.
Is it? Yeah.
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 Okay.
But yeah, so
All
they're
right.
doing great, and honestly, right now, we are okay. So,
Okay. I'm just thinking of.
oh yeah, and we'll
maybe
talk about
another
that.
10, just to
Yeah.
thank them for
Yeah,
the grant and their effort on our behalf.
yeah,
Excellent. Because really, programmatically, everything we do is essentially funded through the Friends.
programs, all of them are, yeah. We don't,
Which
there's
is-
nothing that isn't through the Friends.
And I think that's the drumbeat that
Yep.
we want to get out there so that people understand that it's not being paid for
Yeah.
by the community. Anything that we offer,
Yeah.
other than books on the shelves, if you will,
And some
is
databases.
provided by
Yeah.
the Friends.
Yep, all programs, all museum passes, those are the big ones.
Gives us that
are Friends
opportunity to
specific.
be broad-based,
Yeah,
meet any needs.
yeah, they're amazing.
Okay, all right.
Is there anything else for my report, stats, budget stuff?
Oh,
Sounds excellent.
budget. What are you hearing about
I don't have anything confirmed yet.
for next year?
I don't have anything confirmed yet.
Okay.
Is it fiscal year?
Yeah,
The next fiscal year.
I have absolutely nothing confirmed yet.
The only thing I question is, I know they're looking for, I believe it's an override
For the education, for Triton, yep.
Yeah, just the way it's written in the warrant, it appears that it's an override, because Article 1
Yep, no, I
talks
saw
about
that.
what positions are up,
Yep.
and there's one question on the ballot,
Mhm.
and that's to provide $400,000 for education for Triton.
Does it say what for?
For education.
I know, but like,
It's, I think
No,
it's broken
within the
down.
structure, no, I don't think it says that.
Yeah, I don't have anything confirmed yet.
Yeah, so that's going to be on the ballot. Further on, there's another article with essentially the same language. For an override, it has to do two. It has to be approved by town meeting, and then it has to be on the ballot. So it's in both locations. It doesn't say that it's an override,
And we
but
won't know
just
yet.
the
It
fact
is-
that it's in there in both locations.
Potentially, but nothing is confirmed yet.
Nothing's confirmed. Okay, all right.
and again, it has to be 2 out of the 3 towns. for Triton.
Yes,
Ultimately, yes.
yeah,
If
unless
2 of the
it's-
3 support the budget
Yeah.
and fund it, the other one has to go along.
Yeah, so we will see.
I think Rowley was the one getting hit the highest this year. And they didn't look like, reading the tea leaves anyway, when I read, it seemed as though they were going to be able to do an override. I don't know if that's true.
Yeah, we'll see. All of that is speculative for now.
Okay,
We don't have
Okay.
anything confirmed.
okay. So, stay tuned, I guess. Yeah, Town meeting is the 29th.
Yep, please come.
Yeah.
If you
All
vote
right.
to come. No, I get you. I'm not either. Other than being there for here, I can't do much, but I can be there.
Okay. The,
On to new business?
new business. Emergency procedures.
Yes.
There's 2.
Yep, so there's one for children's, one for circulation. They're broadly the same. The only difference is obviously like locations of exit doors, locations of first aid, and that kind of stuff. Police chief, oh my goodness, has gone through this and gave me tons of notes, so that has it's all been updated. I haven't heard anything from Chief Evans, but there's only like a page or so when it comes to fire, so my assumption is it's probably
It's
okay.
okay.
Right now, Liz has a copy at the circulation desk to go through, just to make sure it makes sense to the start desk people.
Mhm.
And then Nikki left before I could grab her today. So when she's in tomorrow, I'll get her a copy to go through as well.
Okay.
But yeah, most of this is language from MLS, the Massachusetts Library System, mixed in with, we've added a few things towards the end, especially short staff procedures, and obviously changed any details that are pertinent to the library. So, yeah,
That's excellent.
very excited to be done with it.
Is that something which will need a vote of approval from the trustees?
You guys tell me.
Is this the final version? Or
I'll
do you want to wait until?
wait for now, just to make sure that both of them don't have anything to add.
Okay, so
And
we
then,
can take this under advisement, and at the next meeting, I assume by then we would have their input,
yeah.
and anything we want to do to correct it,
Yeah.
or modify it if you.
Yeah, I will be, the only thing is, so the town, through MIA, we get credit for certain things, like the police get credit, like we get reimbursement credit for things like body cams and stuff, and one of them is emergency procedure binders, manuals rather. So I will be sending these to Joy in whatever version I have finished
Okay.
this week, because that's the due date. is-
Due date, okay.
So if you have anything to change now, let me know and I can work on that. Obviously, it's a living document, it's going to keep
Right.
changing anyway.
Change, right.
But,
Well, maybe we can take a vote to approve it in the form that it's in now,
sure.
Subject to,
subject to change
Yeah.
and modification.
Yeah, and
It's an
will-
ongoing process.
It will, I mean,
And that way you have it with our vote.
I would love that, yeah, because otherwise, I mean, things will
Okay.
change, first aid kits move. If we get a second AED, that'll get added in, that kind of
Right.
stuff. Right now, it does talk about getting Narcan. Our police chief is working with me, and we're gonna get a can in and put it in the AED machine. cabinet.
Okay.
So we will have that, and then my staff will get trained. But at the moment, I'm trained, so it'll be nice to have it going.
Sure. Good.
All right, so permit me to offer a motion to adopt and endorse the emergency procedures manuals as they presently exist, subject to future change.
Second.
Second. Okay. All in favor?
Aye.
There you go.
Yay!
Good.
So
Good
glad to be
job.
done.
Thank you.
Wow.
Splendid job.
Okay. Any old business? We talked about, we have the evaluation form that we need to work on, but talking about doing that probably for the next meeting since Melissa is not here.
Okay.
If we all, would want to do it, and it's not keeping you awake at night. so.
No, I got other things. There's
There's
other stuff happening. I'm more worried about.
You got the kitchen to worry.
Yeah, we're fine.
And, you got DoorDash coming, so that's.
No, I have Factor. I did the meal delivery kit. They're actually really good. But I'm trying to be healthy. If I do DoorDash, I won't.
Okay.
Welcome.
Yeah. That's what we got.
That's how it's done.
Yeah.
So what's the projected end date?
Hopefully before I go on vacation in the end of May. But our house is from 1910, so it's a full gut and renovation.
Oh, wow.
We had knob and tube wiring, and we were wired for gas lighting, so
Oh, wow.
it's been a process. I'm not doing it, I'm just living through it.
It was nice to hear that stuff, not to see all that stuff that's under there though, huh?
Absolutely. It's really wild. We found a door that shouldn't have been there. It's really cool. It's
Very-
really cool. It's also absolutely horrid, but yeah,
Wow. Excellent.
it's doing great.
All right. I guess if there's nothing else, we need to find a date for the next meeting.
So that would be the second, so actually that is,
Because you're traveling.
not yet.
Okay.
That's the last week for me.
Last week.
Yeah, it will not
Okay.
affect any of our meetings.
Okay.
That would be May 13th, which is town election, so we would have to be in the small room, which is fine.
That's fine.
But as long as town
Yeah.
election isn't a problem for anyone else.
No? Town election?
Meeting 4:30.
Yeah.
Yeah. Will you be done?
I will be. I'm
Okay.
working 11:30 to 2 or 2:30, so it'll be
Okay.
fine.
All right,
Okay,
so
good.
go with the 13th. Excellent.
Write it
Very
down so I
good.
don't forget
The
this.
13th of the 12th.
The 13th. That's Tuesday. Yeah.
Let me double check that, but yes, I believe so.
Yeah, no,
Yeah.
the 13th
Yes.
is the
Yeah.
election. Yes. Yeah. Okay. Then all we need is a motion to adjourn.
So move.
Second.
Second? Very good. Meeting is done.
Awesome.
Is that a record?
I don't know.